All right, so we are live with Sean Hennessey from Hennessey's Irish Pub. Hey, Sean.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Thank you for coming and meeting me here today. I miss you guys a ton. I haven't been over too much. I did go once and eat dinner, but it's not quite the same. How are you guys doing? How are you holding up?
We're doing the best we can. I mean, as you know, Stephanie, we've made a lot of changes to try and survive this pandemic, and things like doing our home delivery. The frozen food has been a big thing. Um, Very new areas for me, but I believe at this time the secret is to adapt if you want to survive. It's the old Darwin theory. You don't adapt, you're not going to survive.
Right, absolutely. So what is I guess the sentiment? What's going on right now? Because we opened up. What was it? June 1st was the first wave of opening, right?
Yeah.
You were able to actually open up to the public because you guys never actually closed. And just for everybody who's watching, most likely you know Hennessey's Irish Pub if you live in Merida. If you don't live in Merida, I'm going to give you a little lowdown. Hennessey's Irish Pub is the pub where everybody goes, where everybody knows your name. Remember, I don't know if you remember that old show, Cheers,
Cheers.
right? Yeah, where everybody knows your name, but it's really, really true. Hennessy's is a staple for not only the expats, but for really Mexicans too. Mexicans that love to go, Yucatecans that love to go to Hennessy's, and it's one of those places where you go and you always find somebody to talk to. You can hang out, you make new friends. It's a great community base. But not only that, is Hennessy's, and Sean has been very involved in the community, and he does a lot with charities and supports and supports a lot of things that are going on in the community. I mean, we have talked about this on different interviews that you've done with Mid City. You have had weddings there, funerals. I mean, it's a big integral part of the community, and I know that a lot of people are really concerned of how Hennessy's is doing, and they're trying to support as much as they can, but it's pretty tough. So we opened up in June. It was total shutdown, and you guys had to go foods, etc. You opened up in June. So how did that start to go as you opened up?
Well, first I'd like to go back to what you said earlier. The last time we did an interview together was for the best pub in the world, and thanks to your video and the guys, the singers and everything, we actually won best pub in the world. That seems like a long time ago. That's history.
That's history. Well, you know what, and
That's
I'm
less
going to
than
try.
a year ago.
And it was less than a year ago, and that's the thing. I'm going to try. I actually set up that video to play on this live, and this is the first time I've done it, so I'm not sure if it's going to work. You guys are going to have to bear with me. But let's see if it does. It's supposed to work. It says it's supposed to work. So let's see Hennessy's before COVID.
Welcome to Hennessey's.
Welcome to Hennessey's Irish Pub, the best Irish pub in the world.
In terms of entertainment, we like to have a lot of live music, and we have regular fix of 4 bands a week. One's a folk singer who does a lot of Irish material. We have 2 other live bands, Gina and Copy Paste, which I'm hoping to show you later, and we have another band called the Los Twangs, which 60s, 70s, 80s rock. Again, our emphasis with the band is to play a lot of Irish music. Not just on Paddy's weekend, which of course is all Irish, but even during the normal week, we try and slip in as many Irish tunes as we can, Irish rock. And the great thing about being from Ireland is there's a lot to choose from.
Don't know where, don't care less, it's overseas.
All right, so it worked.
I don't know. It didn't work for me, but it did say the video was playing, so I don't know did the audience see it or not. But
yeah, they could. I checked. So that was as most of you watching probably know that was Hennessy's before COVID, but now, like Sean says, it seems like Seems like years ago now.
Yeah, it was, coming into this, it really hit home about a week before St. Paddy's. St. Paddy's is our biggest day, and we were supposed to have our big party, and then we realized this isn't going to happen. We need to get things right down.
Right.
And then 2 weeks later, we were closed, and we were closed for all of April, all of May. Then I'm trying to remember when we reopened. Most of June, and then we reopened halfway through June.
Right.
Again,
It was
with all the protocols in place, 3 meters per table and all that. And then last Tuesday, then Lei Secca came in again, and that basically drained a lot of the business, because no one wants to go out if you can't have a glass of wine or a beer or whatever with your meal. So, we've decided to keep the place open because we do a lot of deliveries. People can come in and pick up, and a few people come in for lunch. But it's this thing. I mean, there is actually an old Irish song about a pub with no beer. The saddest thing is a pub with no beer. So that's kind of the way we are now. A pub
right.
with no beer.
Well, maybe we need to go back. Yeah, exactly. Maybe we need to go back and do another video. And then Gina can sing the song, The Pub with No Beer.
No beer,
and we can all be social distancing with masks on. Yeah, it's been a really tough week. Tell us a little bit about, because I don't know how many people. And just a quick note, thanks for everybody. There's a lot of people here joining us. And we have Adele who says, love, love. There's Adele. Adele says, hi, Sean. And Catherine says, great memories, more to come. Noelle is checking in here. Mid-City Beat in the house. Noelle.
Get back to work.
Yeah, Noel, get back to work. And we have Jose Antonio. Adios. Mi estimado Sean. Yeah, so thanks to everybody for being here. But so I want you to tell us a little bit about what exactly were the protocols when you first had to open again. What are all the protocols that you have to follow in order to ensure?
That was one of the reasons I actually delayed the opening by nearly a week, because the protocols were so much. I was worried that I couldn't follow them all, so I had to study them and put them in place. They're quite basic. Thermometer check on arrival, hand sanitizer, step in a mat, wear your mask till you get to your table, only 4 to a table, 3 meters between tables, only 1 going to a bathroom at any one time. Make sure you wear your mask when you leave the table to move around the restaurant in any way. They're very sensible protocols. I have no problem with them. I think if we're going to beat this thing, we've got to put the protocols in place.
Right.
And I respect what our governor is trying to do here. I'm not sure that the heavy connection between alcohol and coronavirus. Personally, I don't agree with it, but one of the things I have to be very aware of is I'm a guest in this country, so I tend to stay back off that and let the experts and other people deal with that. But we need to respect the rules as they're set down, and as an Irish pub and as a foreign national living here, I have to be seen to respect them even more than most. And that's very, very important, and I've always stressed that we will not break the law.
Right. Well, and a lot of the people that go to Hennessey's Irish Pub are older expats. I mean, that's a good part of the community there, are the older expats, and I know that a lot of people in that age range are a little bit higher risk. So I think that they also appreciate the fact that you're being very strict about the protocols, apart from the fact that it's obligatory.
I mean, one of the things we've established, I always try and look at the bright side of anything. One of the things that's happened in the last 3 months is that we've connected probably more with our fixed client space than we ever did. We've been doing home deliveries. I've personally offered to shop for people who don't want to go out to Costco's or whatever. So we've really connected with our base. And if something, if something I have to take from this, when this turns around, I believe we've built on the reputation of Hennessy's.
Right.
I mean,
Sure.
it's just a matter of surviving through it, but and I believe we will. But I do really believe that we've really connected with what our customers want from us as an establishment, and we'll take that with us going forward.
Right, right. Well, and I think that comes like what I was saying with the kind of the heart and soul of Hennessy's. I mean, you're not only a bar and a place to go have a happy hour, but you really are an integral part of the community. And so, hearing that you go to Costco and will pick up stuff for the customers is no surprise, really. And that's, I think, why Hennessy's is such a gem, and that we all have to continue supporting Hennessy's. Or what I say a lot, because I do a lot of foodie stuff, is even if people don't feel like ordering in, because it's hard to order in every day, of course, even if you have the means to, your stomach isn't ready for that, but you can maybe order, if you can't order in and you feel like supporting a restaurant or Hennessy's, you could order for your neighbor, or order for somebody else close to you. But yeah, it's really a tough time. We have to kind of get each other through this time, for sure.
We've got to have each other's back in this, and that's really important. And I think the other thing our customers really respect about Hennessy's, because I'm not here all the time, but people have a connection with everyone who works with the team
Right.
here. And
Yeah.
everyone who's worked here has worked here for years. This is not like a typical restaurant where staff flow in and flow out. In the case of Hennessy's, people are here for years. My head chef has been with me since day one. So
Right.
people have that connection with the bar. They have that connection with the staff. So it's very, very important to me to keep my staff. I don't want to let anyone go, and that's been something that we've been driving through right throughout this pandemic. Is keep the guys working. Find work, do it, but keep the place open and keep the staff employed. And it's been something very, very strong for me to do that. And I said at the beginning, and when this thing happened, I felt a huge, like almost a hit in the stomach. Like, I'm responsible for 20-something families.
Right. Right.
And how are they going to get food on the table? And that, and I'm not being altruistic or whatever when I say this. It really comes down to you as a boss and your connection with your people, and you say, I don't care about the profits for this year. I don't care about this. Just let me survive. Keep the staff employed. That's the
Right.
most important thing.
Right. And that's another thing that I wanted to bring up, that you've been able to mostly do that for the most part. Have you been able to keep pretty much everybody employed?
Yeah. So for the 12 weeks we were closed, we paid everyone in full for those 12 weeks. Then we were back to work, and then we said, okay, we'll all go down to like a 4-day week or a 5-day week, and now we're kind of back at that, 4 or 5 days a week. We're keeping everyone employed, and it's difficult because employment is not just the money you pay out in salaries. It's your social security payments, it's your housing payments, and all those. They have to come out every month, and you don't get a break on it. There is no, oh well, even can we get a 30% reduction? No, it's 100%.
Right. Well, and the electricity, are you getting any, or do the restaurants get any breaks on any sort of utilities or any of that?
Nothing. Even the break that people in housing got as regards, water being free or your garbage collection, that didn't apply to businesses. So we have to pay all our rates and services as normal. You really very few, can't think of a single break we got. The only break we get is that at the moment we're, by part of the health regulation, is you don't use your AC, you leave your doors open. So my electricity bill is halved in the last, which is a big cost in restaurants. So
right, absolutely.
So there's one break.
There's one break. You had to open your doors. Use your fan.
And the weather hasn't been so bad, actually. It's been a kind summer in regards to normal Merida summers.
Right. At least we are getting a break with that. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Actually, even today I was thinking, wow, it's kind of cool. There's a cool little breeze, which is unusual for 4 or 5 o'clock, for sure. So what do you see for the future of Hennessy's? Are you kind of just mostly right now in survival mode and just taking it day to day?
Yeah, right now we're in survival mode. We're, as I mentioned earlier, we came up with this idea to keep the kitchen working was frozen foods, and
Right.
that's really taken off, especially with our friends at the beach. People who have houses at the beach, they go, I don't want to cook at the beach, so let me grab me 6 and I'll go. So, and I'm getting a lot of positive feedback on that people like it. So that's a brand new area for us. The home delivery will continue to do. I can see us continue with home delivery until the end of the year. I think things will come back, but they'll come back slowly. I don't think you're going to get, one night and day, but I think as soon as a treatment or a vaccine comes in, yeah, things will start to return to normal. And I believe we'll be a stronger, better company after,
Right.
as long as we can survive it.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I think that we're still on kind of a rough part right now. Right now, as far as the cases and how the numbers are going up, it's not really looking too good for Yucatan. So hopefully, if we can all kind of band together and get over this wave, then we can kind of pull together. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause we definitely all miss going and hanging out there on Friday, and miss the live music, miss Gino Osorno, who we all just saw on the live. We have some more comments here. Let's see. Adele says here again, let's party there together when it opens up. Of course, that's a given.
That's a given.
We're gonna have the biggest party at Hennessy's when we can.
Yeah, and I think as well, Steph, that's something that people are thinking about it. A few people said this to me. They said, and I'm not going to name restaurants, but they said, I like going to this restaurant because they do this. I like going to this restaurant because they do that. But a lot of people come back and said, Hennessy's is, it's got great food and great art, but we don't go there because it's a restaurant. We go there because it's our place to hang out.
Right.
And that's something that's come back again and again to me. We need Hennessy's because we need a place to hang out, and it's our place to hang out.
Absolutely.
That's very positive.
It's absolutely possible. And I was saying, I think I put this in the write-up, that, especially for foreigners that come here, we usually don't come with our families, or maybe like with a partner, or maybe our kids. I have my kids, but you don't have all your immediate family. So Hennessy's has really filled that sort of a void. I mean, it really is like family when you go there. You know so many people, and you get to know other people, and it's just reoccurring customers, and you make so many friendships. So it's really like I said, it's really an integral part of the community, and I think a lot of people are really missing that.
That's the thing, Steph. It's not about me, but I know so many people who've met their lovers here. They've met their best friends here. It's become part of the fabric of very much the expat and local community, and people feel that now, and they miss it. And one friend of mine who eats out all the time and goes to all these places, he said, I don't miss the food in X restaurant or the other one. What I miss is meeting people. I miss connecting. And this long period of isolation that we've all gone through, that's what people miss. It's this connection. It's this being with other people and enjoying a beer or whatever, and a chat, and something strange might happen, or whatever. But it's
probably will.
Forward.
Exactly. Man, that's what makes life entertaining. Well, very good, Sean. Do you have any last minute? I do want you to also give your phone number here, and so and I'll put it here below so that people can know if they want to order. What's the phone number you guys got?
999-509-7089.
7089. And you're open from what time to what time?
We're open Monday to Fridays, 12 to 8. And then we're closed at the weekends, but we do delivery at the weekends as well. We do food delivery at the weekends. You can watch our Facebook page for all our specials. We do a different special every day. That's for delivery, or you can have it in the restaurant. Look out for our frozen food menu. It's really, really good. I'm not actually, honestly, I had 2 of my frozen meals last night for dinner. So
Yes, the frozen.
I had
So
2
what,
lasagnas. They were very good.
and what are the frozen meals again? So you do, what are the frozen meals?
We have, I'm looking at the board. We have shepherd's pie, beef Guinness pie, chicken pot pie, chicken curry, pork curry, chili con carne, lasagna. And all the frozen foods are at a different price than they would be in the restaurant. And that's us basically passing on the saving that we make by doing it this way, because we have no wastage, because we cook it, freeze it, and it's frozen within 1 hour of being cooked. So that retains the freshness.
Right. And how many people does it serve? Is it one serving or?
It really depends. I would say it depends on the dish and depends how hungry you are. Colin and I would generally share a pot pie, for example. A lasagna, I will eat the whole thing. He doesn't get a look at. So it really depends, and it really depends on how hungry. But the portions in Hennessey's, as you know, are always generous. So
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Well, very good. Any last thoughts before we?
I want to say thank you to you, Stephanie, because you're always there for us, and we miss you.
Oh, thanks so much. I miss you guys too. And a shout out to Sergio back there and all the crew.
Sergio's just behind me. He's actually on the phone.
He's hiding back
orders. There. He's over there on the phone right now.
Camera shy. Well, good.
And you'll see him. Well,
Let's
you can see his back.
Oh, he's hiding. He always does that. All right. Well, I will see you guys soon. And thanks everybody for tuning in. And make sure you continue to support.
Yeah, make sure you all stay safe.
Yes, exactly. Cheers.
Cheers.